Hello Wrexham fans. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And look, for bombshells today, there's a new big signing. Stay with me until the end and I'll tell you all the details. But first, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Red Dragons news. Now, let's watch the video. Wrexham made history this summer with Liberato Kakase becoming the club's first signing from outside the UK and Ireland in the Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack era. The left-back showed his potential from the start, starting in the season opener, despite a 2-1 defeat to Southampton. He brought pace, speed, and a threat down the left flank, which also stood out in the 2-0 win over Millwall. However, Kakase ended up injured and missed the last 5 league matches. But the good news is that the New Zealand international appears ready to return soon. Liberato Kakase could reinforce Wrexham against Stoke City. Wrexham faces Stoke City on Saturday in their first game after the October international break. Stoke City is fighting for a playoff spot, while Wrexham has dropped to 18th, 4 points above the relegation zone. And Phil Parkinson had 2 pieces of good news ahead of the match. First, Ollie Rathbone is back in the championship squad after missing virtually the entire season with injury. And second, Kakase is now ready to play. Parkinson told the Leader. Libby returned to training as normal this week, so he's looking stronger every day. It was disappointing for him and for us, but sometimes things happen and you have to move on. We took our time and made sure he was right. He worked hard with the medical team on the pitch last week. While others were off, he was working and now he's fully engaged and ready to play. Who could be left out with the return of Kakase and Rathbone? With both back, there's a good chance Parkinson will make changes to the starting lineup. Ryan Longman filled in at left back in Kakase's absence, with James McLean as a backup. But now, Kakase is expected to resume the position, bringing back his attacking ability down the left flank. As for Rathbone, he will likely replace George Dobson or Ben Sheaf, bolstering Wrexham's midfield. And look at this, Wrexham fans. Did you know it all started when Rob McElhenney became obsessed with football after watching the documentary Sunderland Till I Die? Yeah. And that's when he decided to buy a club. But not just any club. He then called on none other than Ryan Reynolds to embark on this journey, and together, the two completed the purchase of Wrexham AFC in February 2021, paying around £2 million. And what happened next was simply historic. 4 years later, and today Wrexham is valued at an incredible £350 million. That's right. An absurd increase in the club's value. But wait. It's not all sunshine and roses. Despite this gigantic growth, it was revealed that Ryan and Rob are losing millions a year on the club. According to CEO Today, annual losses are around £10 million. Even so, the two remain fully committed to investing in Wrexham. And they haven't been sparing any expense. This past summer alone, the club spent £33 million on signings, breaking their own record several times over. But the most impressive thing is that Ryan Reynolds seems to have everything under control. After all, he sold his company, Mint Mobile, in 2023 for around $300 million, and some of that money was reinvested in the club. Now, speaking of Ryan Reynolds' plan for 2026, rumor has it he's a bit frustrated with the start of the 2025-26 season. Wrexham is currently 18th in the championship, and the chance of direct promotion seems increasingly distant. Even so, Ryan continues to believe in the project and wants to lead Wrexham to the Premier League in the coming years. It's worth remembering, no team in history has achieved 4 consecutive promotions from the EFL. The last team to come close was Ipswich Town, who rose from League One to the First Division in 2 consecutive seasons. In other words, the challenge is enormous, but if there's anyone capable of turning the impossible into reality, it's this duo, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. During this break, some players were able to recover from injuries and return to training, which was great news for Parkinson. He now has more tactical options and more strength for the team. One of those looking for a place again is Nathan Broadhead, who has been trying to find his rhythm and score goals regularly after his recent injuries. But the problem, or rather, the good problem, is that he faces fierce competition for a position. Wrexham is unbeaten in 4 league games, and in his position, there's a player who's enjoying a spectacular run and has become a key player in the squad, Josh Windass. And it's precisely about him that the big news comes. Phil Parkinson is delighted with Josh Windass's impact on Wrexham. Wrexham invested £33 million in the summer transfer window to strengthen the squad, and Windass was one of the key signings. And look, what a reinforcement! Besides even being captain of the team when James McLean wasn't a starter, Windass has been showing all his quality. He brought creativity, leadership, and goals, something Phil Parkinson made a point of highlighting in an interview with the leader. Parkinson said the following: "He's a good footballer. He's great at receiving the ball, but he can also run at opponents, and that's crucial. He's already scored 3 goals, one of them a penalty. Josh is very talented, but most importantly, he works hard for the team, and that makes all the difference." Look at that morale, huh? The secret behind Wrexham's signing policy. And there's more. This focus on players with leadership skills is no accident. Just like Klopp's Liverpool did in the past, Wrexham is building a squad full of captains, players with strong personalities and a winning mentality. Connor Cody, George Thomason, Ben Sheaf, and Dominic Hyam were all captains at their former clubs. Matty James, Windass, and McLean have also worn the Red Dragons armband at various times. Parkinson even explained this choice. "Josh is an experienced championship player, and I named him captain at Norwich. Captains lead by example on the pitch, and I felt he did. We have a group with many leaders, and that's essential to achieving our goals." In other words, Wrexham is becoming a team full of leaders, ready to lead on and off the pitch. And to close today's video, a piece of news that got people talking behind the scenes at Wrexham. The club completely ruled out the possibility of signing a free agent, even after rumors surrounding former Tottenham player Dele Alli. Like all championship teams, Wrexham had to submit its official list of registered players to the EFL in September. Phil Parkinson used 24 of the 25 available spots, which left many wondering, would there be room left for someone like Dele Alli? After all, the 29-year-old is without a club after a very difficult spell in Italy, with Como, where he played only once and was sent off minutes after coming on. A difficult situation for someone who was once seen as one of the Premier League's brightest prospects. But now it's decided, Wrexham will not sign Dele Alli. The final roster spot went to midfielder Ollie Rathbone, a Manchester United talent who was the standout performer last season, helping the team rise from League One. Rathbone, who had been recovering from an ankle injury, is back in training and should be available for the away game against Stoke City this Saturday. Phil Parkinson commented on this to the leader, saying that the player had 10 great days of training and that the squad is fully prepared for the return of competition. He explained that the team was frustrated that a scheduled friendly ended up being cancelled, but that they managed to organize another 11-on-11 internal match to keep everyone in the right rhythm. After all, a very important period of Wrexham's season is coming up. So, fans, what do you think of all this? Comment below. I want to hear your opinion. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any news from Wrexham. Until next time, and remember, you are very special, you are important.